Right now, while you're sitting there doing nothing, your body is quietly doing 6 things that sound completely made up, but every one of them is true. Let's start with the one in your gut.
My gut? What's my gut doing?
Thinking, kind of. Wrapped around your intestines is a network of around 500 million neurons, actual nerve cells like the ones in your brain. Scientists call it the enteric nervous system, or the second brain. It's so independent, it can run your digestion completely on its own, even if you cut its connection to the actual brain.
So I have a tiny brain in my stomach making decisions without me.
It's also where most of your body's serotonin is made, which is part of why your gut and your mood are so weirdly linked. That gut feeling, not entirely a metaphor. Number 2, you are taller right now in the morning than you'll be tonight.
Come on, I do not shrink during the day.
You do, by about a centimeter. Between the bones of your spine are little discs of soft cartilage, and all day, gravity gently squashes them as you stand and sit. By night, you're a touch shorter. Then you lie down to sleep. The discs soak the fluid back up, and by morning, you've sprung back to full height.
So I should measure myself first thing for the good number. Got it. What's 3?
3 lives in your stomach. Your stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve metal. Its pH is about 1.5, roughly battery acid territory. It could burn a hole in wood.
Then why doesn't it just digest my stomach?
Because your stomach completely rebuilds its own lining every few days. The cells that face the acid get replaced so fast that you essentially grow a brand new stomach lining a couple of times a week. If that renewal slows down, that's when you get ulcers.
So my stomach is in a constant race against its own acid. Cool, calm, normal.
Number 4 is about who you actually are, because you are not entirely you. You're carrying around roughly 38 trillion bacteria. That's about the same number as your own human cells. Cell for cell, you're about half human, half microbe.
Okay, hold on. I thought we were like 90% bacteria.
That's the great myth. For years, everyone repeated 10 bacteria for every human cell. But when scientists actually recounted, it came out close to 1-to-1. Still staggering. You're a walking ecosystem, and most of those microbes are helping you digest food and train your immune system.
So I'm not a person, I'm a very polite swarm. Number 5.
Number 5, you'll basically replace your entire skeleton over the next 10 years. Bone isn't dead and static. It's living tissue that's constantly being dismantled and rebuilt by special cells. Bit by bit, old bone gets removed and fresh bone laid down. So over roughly a decade, you grow yourself a whole new skeleton.
So the skeleton I have now is not the one I'll have in 10 years.
Same shape, all new material. And number 6 is the one you can feel. Goosebumps. When you're cold or scared, tiny muscles at the base of each hair contract and pull the hair upright. In a furry animal, that puffs up the coat to trap warmth, or makes the animal look bigger to a threat.
But I'm not furry.
Exactly. We lost most of that fur a long time ago, but we kept the reflex. So your goosebumps are your body fluffing up a coat that isn't there anymore. A little evolutionary leftover, firing off every time you hear a great song or step out into the cold.
So I'm a half microbe swarm with a stomach made of acid, a brain in my gut, and goosebumps for fur I don't have.
And you shrink a centimeter a day and rebuild your own skeleton while you sleep. Your body is doing the strangest things imaginable, constantly, without ever asking your permission. If one of these got you, tell us which in the comments, and stay curious. If you enjoyed that, subscribe for more, and stay curious.